Hey Leos, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to the place where we tarot and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. I hope all is well. Welcome to your reading. This can be for whatever time, it doesn't matter. I know June is done. I didn't do June readings. Sorry. So I'm going to do these readings for all the zodiacs, but they're going to be very quick at the end of June. Okay, which is right now. All right, let's get started. I come to you, home to God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Leo collective needs to know right now or whenever they watch it? Doesn't matter. All right. Okay. This format is going to be different because it is going to be a quicker read. All right, so we're starting off with the Justice card in reverse. Oh, that's 6 Pentacles. All right. Okay. I don't know if someone's coming to terms with some type of injustice, or they need to recognize that it's an injustice, but there's an injustice here for sure. Something that was just not right, okay? Someone needs to make a final judgment call on it. I think someone needs to weigh out the options or see it very clearly. Like, objectively speaking, this is not right. All right. I think that's what's happening. That's what's coming about. I think it's happening by someone taking a break and resting, okay? Someone might have perceived it to be an equal balance, or maybe it was at one point and then something flipped. Whatever the case is. Now, if something changed, now someone has to look at it like, okay, let's reassess, all right? At one point, it was balanced. Now things change. It's no longer balanced, you know? Everything is always in a constant flow of change, right? So you can meet someone, you can meet a friend, you can have a lover, whatever the case is, and everything could be equally balanced. And let's say life gets in the way. Let's say somebody makes more money than the other, you know, that changes the dynamic. Now what felt like a beautiful balanced love now feels like toxic or competition. You know, that's a very specific example, but that's an example of how real life can make things happen and shift a dynamic in a situation that might have at one point been very chill, very cool, very balanced. So someone now has to like reassess, like, okay, something changed. Now I have to see what changed here. Okay, everything was fair and balanced before. It's not now, and I have to accept that and not hold on to what it was. All right, I feel like that might be a bit of a struggle there. Now, the reason why I mentioned like the more money or something, we do have the Ace of Pentacles here. I feel like someone is stepping into a new opportunity, all right? And because of that, that might be shifting people around them. It could be shifting the friendships, the dynamics, all right? And now people, there's a choice to be made, yeah, with the public card, all right? There might be more notoriety or something like that, something that's happening here. This person might be getting more recognition, all right? And with that, it could lead to, you know, friends acting jealous, you know, it could be something like that. It could be people in the workplace, you know, you had coworkers that were pretty chill, and now that you became a supervisor, they're like, I don't like you anymore, you know, and they might be acting different. So it's something like that that's happening. It's based on a new shine. Okay, based on a new shine, someone has to reassess the things and people in their lives, all right, or a specific person. But it does seem like it's someone, it's kind of like someone has a blind spot towards this person or towards these groups of people, because at one point everything was cool. So because of that, it's like, oh, this person always had my back. They won't change, until this came along, and now you're like, wait, are they changing? Yeah, they're changing. Okay, so it's time to reassess that. Yeah, with the Eight of Swords, it's like someone is still stuck in like what it was. Someone doesn't want to see it. I feel like someone, they don't want to see it. All right, they don't want to admit to that something changed with this person based on someone's new growth. Okay, new gift, new shine, new job, new money, whatever it is. It's a very tangible change, in someone's life. And it changed the dynamic with someone. And it's not right, okay? Someone's not being cool about it. It's one thing to just have like You know, you can have jealousy, you know, whatever. I feel like that's a human trait. You get jealous, whatever shit happens, right? But it does feel like this might lean more towards like an envious situation or a sabotage situation where this person who once had your back is probably trying to sabotage. You know, it seems more active than just jealousy. Jealousy isn't that active. Envy can be active. Sabotage is active. And that's why it's time for you to not turn a blind eye to this person and realize like, oh, this person's probably trying to cut me down, or whatever the case is. They're trying to keep me in a certain place, or whatever it is. They're doing something actively and it needs to be addressed now. All right? I feel like what happens, see, someone just has to come to terms with this, and I feel like it'll just be like, well, I have to keep my happiness a secret. I feel like that's what's happening here. With the Page of Wands coming out, it's like, well, I'm gonna keep my steps to myself now. You know, and that's just, I feel like that's all that really needs to be addressed there, all right? Like, I gotta keep it to myself though, so they don't try to block it. Now, if this is like a family member, whatever the case is, if it's somebody that you feel like you can't really cut off, you know, not saying that you can't cut family members off, whatever. But if it's someone like you don't feel like you don't have to cut them off, it's just like, okay, well, I just have to move differently with them. I feel like that's all that needs to happen. It's just a minor shift. For some of you guys, yeah, let them go, right? But I feel like at the very least, like the first step in this, it probably might lead to you guys drifting apart. But the first step, the baby step here is the knowledge of keeping my happiness to myself, keeping my plans to myself, because they might say something to sabotage, or they might try to do something to sabotage, you know? So that is a baby step to be had there. If you are feeling like there's an inkling of like, is this person used to have my back, I don't know what's happening now, something feels strange. Even if you can't put your finger on it as of yet, the first step there is keep your ideas to yourself. This person isn't necessarily happy for you right now, okay? It doesn't feel like a major threat right now. It just seems like all you have to do is just set the proper boundaries, okay, with this person. Instead of turning a blind eye like, oh, this person's happy for me, let me tell them about all the things, you know, and it's just like, it's just not serving you. Dragonfly Spirit, truth transcends illusion. Yeah, there's a truth that needs to be seen about this person, about the dynamic, and how it shifted. Something shifted underneath. Even if you guys are still laughing and kikiing, you know, even if you're lovers and you're still banging, right? Whatever the case is, whatever's on the surface, that's still happening. But there is a bit of, I kind of want to feel like there's a little something poisonous has been injected into the dynamic because of envy, all right? Which is envy of something that you've come into, all right? All right. So keep your ideas to yourself. If you're coming into new ideas, if you have a project, if you have some wins, it's unfortunate, but right now you have to keep that to yourself. Look at that butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. Okay, yeah. Spirit has a plan here. Dragonfly Spirit. See, this can go either way with this person. That's why I don't feel like it's not an immediate threat. It's just a threat enough where it could be damaging to your self-esteem, for example. Like if you're telling someone like, oh, I have this great idea. You're telling this person, I have this wonderful idea and I really want to do it. And they're like, yeah, that's what you want to do? And it's like, okay, that could have been a divinely guided idea that you had, and this person, because they're envious, they're throwing salt on your game, you know? Or it's like, oh man, I met this new person. They're like, yeah, they sound stupid. And that could have been your next soulmate, you know? It's things like that. So it's time to pull back with this person or with these people. It could be a bunch of people. It might be in your best interest to just keep your ideas to yourself right now so you can really gauge who's who and what's what. There's a need to acknowledge the idea that you have changed, and as human nature goes, when you change, other people around you are going to change, either for better or for worse. So now you have to really assess It doesn't matter how long they've been in your life. It's time to assess, okay, this is my change now. Who's rocking with this change? Who's hating on this change? And just be very honest about that and move forward accordingly by setting proper boundaries. That's all. All right? All right. Short and sweet. All right. Thanks so much. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Taryn Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out that info box below. You know what I'm saying? I got that link down here. All right. Thank you so much. And until we meet again in July, peace.